Limo update. So doors are going to be a bit more work than I thought. A lot of these I had to do a lot of patching there. And then here to about down here is new. Same with that piece. On this piece I had to replace about 2 foot of it with a parts car piece. But spliced about there and here. All my patches are down here are on, tacked up, ready for Bondo. Got them glued around the lip. And there. Inside of the doors were just as bad. So if you look on these pieces, these were completely disintegrated, these window slides. So I actually had to put brand new pieces up to about, actually you can probably just see the joint right there. So about 10 new inches on that one. And of course I had to replace all that. On this side, had to replace 13 inches of that window slide. Just made out of 16th inch steel. If you follow this up and look closely, still pretty rusty in there all the way around. Nothing horrible, but it's not worth fixing anymore. So I just made a couple push-in liners that I'm going to glue right down on top of it with seam sealer. So made this was the curve of the window. So I made a bunch of these to put in them. They're 20 gauge, 10. I'm going to push in there and glue over all that. So, and then on this side I haven't got to welding my patches on yet. I did replace the front and the back door though, since I had good parts car doors. Give you an idea of how bad and rusty those were. Let me see. But they're basically disintegrated right there. That's why I have to replace them on all the doors, every one. So these doors are taking a bit longer than I thought. One of the rustier cars I ever worked on. And if you follow around up here, you can see I got about a foot replaced there. I can tell there's Bondo from about here to here, so I'll have to grind that out. I have to replace that. I can tell it's Bondo here. So I'm hoping I don't have to do any more huge work. It's all been manageable so far. Same way down there. That thing's rusted out. So doors are taking a bit longer than I thought. But that's the update on the doors. So probably another week on the doors. Get them fixed up nice and good.